On running your used car. This week we're going to focus on fuel as unleaded hurtles towards £1 a litre. Now, nobody could have failed to notice the horrendous price rises in fuel over the recent years. Now, the only upside of that is that big engine, cool cars, gas guzzlers are tumbling in value as buyers strive to save money on motoring. Now, of course, we both know a man who's always trying to save money on motoring. Jason, come and have a look at this. Now, this is an LPG conversion. LPG, liquid petroleum gas, is an alternative fuel source, and it costs less than half the price of regular unleaded fuel.
Fantastic.
Basically, this is Bill Ward from F1 Automotive. Hi, Bill.
Right.
He can convert any car, pretty much any car, to LPG.
Well, what I'm amazed at, because my perception was LPG conversions, it's all going to be kind of an economical car. You've got a Lexus 6-cylinder, you've got a Subaru there.
Yeah.
You can do pretty much anything.
Any car, petrol running, as long as it isn't a GDI.
Brilliant, brilliant. And I mean, looking under the bonnet here, this doesn't look standard, but run us through the bits that are different. Which bits are the LPG bits?
Here we've got the petrol injection, 2 banks, which inject the gas directly into the inlet manifold as close to the valve as possible. We've got a small filter, which filters all the gas coming in. We've got the vaporizer, which is the heart, supplies the injector with 1.2 bar of vaporized gas. It also stops the gas freezing anything as it expands from its liquid state. We've got an ECU, which takes pulses from the petrol injectors, converts them in what would be good for gas, injects them in, also looks at the lambda sensor in the exhaust to make sure everything's okay, and basically copies the petrol management system.
And this doesn't affect the warranty on the car?
Not whatsoever.
Right.
So, that's the impact under the bonnet. What happens inside the cockpit of the car? Does much
Inside
change?
the switch, all you get is a small switch with a small fuel gauge.
So the only impact on the interior of the car is this little switch here.
So when you start the car up, what are you actually starting on, petrol or LPG?
Straight up on petrol, it takes about 20 seconds to come to temperature. The enrichment from the engine management system's gone away, so the LPG can take over and start fueling perfectly.
And what happens when you run out of LPG?
It senses a low pressure in the injector line, and as a safety system as well, also turns you straight back to petrol.
So you can't really run out, it's kind of foolproof.
You can't run out, and as long as you've got petrol in your tank, you'll always be safe.
And how long can you go on a tank of LPG?
This tank runs for about 200 miles.
Right.
And the tank's in the boot here.
It is.
Oh, that's quite neat, isn't it?
How big's the tank then?
This tank is about 45 litre.
And what sort of range will that give you?
That gives approximately 200 miles to this car.
Right, and can you go bigger or?
You can go as big as you want, as long as you've got the space.
Right, cool.
So you've just lost your spare wheel space.
I've lost a spare wheel. It's my choice to carry run flat tyres or spare wheel in the boot.
So the important thing is the money. It's 2,000 plus with the VAT to fit this. Jason, you're clever now. How long will it take you to get your money back?
Well, if you're doing,
saving?
say 12,000 miles a year average, say 30 a gallon, that's 400 gallons a year of normal petrol. That's going to cost you about 1,600 quid. The fuel's under half price, so say you save 800 quid a year, 2.5 years, something like that. But the good news is that if you have the LPG conversion on one of these, it does actually help the residual value. So if you sold the car tomorrow, it'd still be worth a grand.
It adds value to the car and saves you money. Well, if you are interested in converting your car to LPG, then everything you need to know is on our website, www.usedcarroadshow.co.uk.